Hello, this is Daniel Foster. Welcome to another episode of Confessions of an Agriculture Teacher Educator. This is the Methods of Teaching series, and this is episode 6, Chalk Talk. Today was one of those opportunities when teaching student teachers where you really struggle with what do they need to know, what would be nice to know, what's important in the here and now, and what's going to be important in that first or second year of teaching as we lay the foundations for a lifetime of professional success. And so we established a learning structure today that we called Chalk Talk. And we identified topics that were important, that we've been struggling with, and we just don't have time to go in depth with. In fact, topics that they're quite frankly are graduate level courses for the entire semester on. For example, Understanding by Design by Wiggins and McTeague, Significant Learning by Fink, Multiple Intelligences, Domains of Learning, and Modalities of Learning, Teacher-Centered versus Student-Centered Instruction, and finally, Bloom's Revised, and Depths of Knowledge by Webb. So how can we engage in all of these topics in a productive manner to create learning and to understand the relationships with, but what's appropriate for the here and now? And so what we did was Chalk Talk. Students came to class today with a certain amount of reading done as they prepared to be successful in the class session. And then teams were divided into the 5 groups, and they were given a period of time to Chalk Talk. Access to a Google Drive of all these handouts and things that in the past I printed and given, and it was just overwhelming. And it said, create meaning of what's important to you now on this piece of chalkboard, on this space. After doing that, they were given time then to peer evaluate and spent time traveling from board to board to board, reviewing how their peers had framed out that information, and then adding their questions as they evaluated that knowledge. Then we went back to our original board and looked at the questions our peers asked and answered it, helping us have a better understanding and not just regurgitating what was in the book or on the handout, but rather really working to see how we understand and how it fits. And not only that, but what were the relationships between what we worked on and the other areas? What's the relationships between Bloom's taxonomy and the domains of learning? The relationship between teacher and student-centered and understanding by design. Finally, we were given time just to walk wherever we wanted and see what changes folks made, and had a question and answer time. We didn't turn on a PowerPoint once, and that makes me really happy. I find that even when I use PowerPoint just as a tool to be my framework or structure, that for some reason it limits me as an instructor. It ties me down. And so we took what space we had in that room and turned the entire room into learning space, untethered ourselves, and worked together to create our own structures and of knowledge and the relationships to others. So I loved it. And I hope that our teacher candidates can replicate that as they go into their high school classrooms to teach agricultural sciences in the spring. Looking ahead to Friday, now the students are doing an own personal multiple intelligence assessment and have been assigned an E-moment that they selected, and we will demonstrate those on Friday as we talk about creating engaging instruction. We continue to lay the layers upon layers upon layers of those skills, knowledge, and dispositions that are required so that we can, A, survive student teaching, but more importantly, we want to be a lifetime member of this valued profession of school-based agriculture education. Thank you so much for tuning in to Confessions of an Agriculture Teacher Educator. I hope you tune in again. If you ever have any comments or suggestions or ideas, never hesitate to tweet me or email at foster@psu.edu. Thank you.